It's over with. God good, sucker ass.
How does an Instagram story send a rapper to federal prison? It happened to Boosie. One post, a gun on camera, just seconds of footage, and within hours, the police weren't just watching, they were moving. What started as a casual moment online snowballed into a warrant, an arrest in the middle of a music video shoot, and a courtroom battle that went all the way to a federal plea deal. From a tap-on post to facing years behind bars, this is the cautionary tale every artist, influencer, and public figure should hear.
I'm lost for words right now, man. Take me a trip cross country, bro. Go to about 3 different countries. God good, boy. He'll make a way out of no way, bro, man. Finna take me a trip, yo. Everything coming back around. Finna get my rights back, my gun rights back. My pawn money back. I'm grateful, bro. Thank you, God, bro.
Boosie was in San Diego under the sharp California sun, shooting what should have been a routine music video. The energy on set was electric, cameras shifting angles, extras rehearsing their moves, the crew making sure every shot hit just right. Fans leaned over barricades, phones in the air, hoping to capture their own piece of the moment. To everyone there, it was business as usual. Another day, another video. But between takes, Boosie reached for his phone and tapped the go live button on Instagram. Almost instantly, the numbers on the screen climbed hundreds, then thousands of fans tuning in. He smiled into the lens, laughed, traded quick bars, and cracked jokes with the crew. It felt relaxed, unfiltered, real. Then it happened. Just for a moment, a flash of metal, a handgun visible in his hand. No slow motion cinematic reveal. No stage prop for the camera, just a casual, split-second glimpse. Most viewers probably scrolled past without a second thought. But somewhere else, behind a desk, someone didn't. Law enforcement officers, part of a team that monitors social media for exactly this kind of moment, flagged the clip. What started as entertainment instantly became evidence. The location was triangulated. A warrant was drawn up. Within hours, the music shoot's rhythm was shattered. Squad cars rolled in, lights flashing. Officers moved fast, cutting through the crew and the cameras. And before the final shot of the day could be filmed, Boosie was in handcuffs, escorted away under the same sun that had lit the set hours earlier. But here's the twist that set the internet on fire. According to reports, the real turning point came from KP2, another artist in Boosie's circle, posting his own clip. This wasn't a music video scene. It wasn't staged for the audience. It showed Boosie in a private, casual moment with what appeared to be the same gun. That's the dangerous thing about real-time social media. It doesn't just reach fans, it reaches everyone. And when you're already on certain people's radar, one post, one slip can be all it takes to turn your day upside down.
Say, y'all, I heard Boosie got out of jail crying yesterday. I heard Boosie got out of jail crying. I've been on my knees. Man, I thought you were gangster, Boosie. I thought Boosie supposed to be gangster. Man, that nigga got out of jail crying, man.
From that single live clip, investigators began dissecting every frame. They noted the street layout, distinctive buildings in the background, even reflections in nearby windows. Cross-checking these clues with Boosie's known movements, they zeroed in on his exact location. Once matched to his ongoing legal status, the process accelerated. Reports say a warrant was drawn up within hours. By the time the day's light began to fade, squad cars had closed in and the music video set was surrounded. What had started as a creative shoot was now the scene of a high-profile arrest. It was the kind of slip-up that turns an ordinary workday into a national headline. But the story didn't stop in San Diego, it spilled onto the internet, where the stakes suddenly jumped. That's when the narrative took a sharp turn. Industry figure Whack 100 jumped into the conversation, claiming he'd uncovered paperwork and a past history linking the person who posted Boosie's clip to prior cooperation with law enforcement. He didn't hold back, dropping cryptic hints referencing alleged case files and feeding a growing wave of speculation. Important to stress, these are Whack's claims, not confirmed facts. But in hip-hop circles, even an unverified suggestion of police TIs can ripple through reputations like wildfire. Still, in the hip-hop world, even the faintest hint that someone might be connected to the police is enough to fracture trust. Fans began combing through old photos, interviews, and social media posts, hunting for anything that might confirm or disprove the whispers. Group chats lit up, comment sections turned into full-blown investigations. Some of Boosie's peers stayed quiet. Others subtly stepped back, unfollowing accounts or avoiding public mentions. The conversation stopped being about a single arrest. It became a bigger, more complicated question: who, if anyone, had set the dominoes in motion? But while social media argued over loyalty and betrayal, Boosie was staring down a much bigger problem: the federal case itself. His lawyers wasted no time. They filed a motion to dismiss, banking on a fresh legal wrinkle. The Ninth Circuit, one of the most influential federal appeals courts, had recently cast doubt on whether it was constitutional to ban all non-violent felons from owning guns. If the rule was on shaky ground, they argued Boosie's charges shouldn't stick, and at first it seemed to work. The judge granted the dismissal, but there was a catch: it was without prejudice, legal language meaning prosecutors had every right to come back with the same charges if they chose. They did. Within days, federal prosecutors refiled the charges, pushing Boosie right back into court. His defense called it a setup, arguing this was double jeopardy and even vindictive prosecution, basically saying the government was punishing him for exercising his rights. The court didn't buy it. Judges ruled the refiling was legal, and the case rolled forward. But the twists weren't done, and the next move would decide if Boosie walked free or faced serious time. As the legal fight dragged on, Boosie turned to the same place that got him in trouble: social media. In video messages, he appeared visibly emotional, at one point breaking down in tears and apologizing to his kids. In another clip, he made a direct appeal for a pardon, even tagging former President Donald Trump. These posts hit hard for his fans. To some, it was raw and human proof that behind the headlines was a father worried about losing precious time with his family. But online, voices weren't all sympathetic. Unverified clips and live streams began circulating of personalities like Charlemagne the God and Charleston White offering their takes. Some questioned the sincerity of the tears, while others accused him of chasing clout in the middle of a serious case. The mix of compassion, skepticism, and outright trolling turned Boosie's situation into a full-blown social media spectacle. And just when it seemed like the internet had picked its sides, the courtroom delivered its own twist. When word broke that Boosie had accepted a plea deal, it caught some fans off guard. But in the legal world, it's a common move, especially when the risks at trial are sky high. Going before a jury can mean gambling with years, even decades, of freedom. A plea offers something trials don't: a guaranteed outcome. In most cases, that means a shorter sentence than if you lose in court. Reports say Boosie agreed to plead to a federal weapons charge based on similar cases and coverage. That could mean a term measured in a few years rather than the double-digit sentences sometimes handed down for the same offense. But until the judge hands it down, nothing is certain, and the reality is the prosecution's case had teeth. That Instagram video, plus the firearm allegedly found in his possession, left little room for the defense to argue a clean walk. And that position, a plea isn't waving the white flag, it's damage control. Still, in hip-hop's court of public opinion, a deal like this can be just as controversial as the charges themselves. In the end, Boosie's saga is about more than one arrest. It's a snapshot of how a single post can ripple far beyond the screen, pulling in law enforcement, sparking headlines, and shifting a career's trajectory overnight. ID also unfolded during a time when the legal ground itself is shifting. The Ninth Circuit's debates over non-violent felons and gun rights show just how fluid the rules can be and how quickly they can tilt a case one way or the other. But beneath the legal arguments and viral clips is the human cost: family moments lost, reputations reshaped, and the constant pressure of living life under public judgment. One post changed everything, but the story leaves a deeper question hanging in the air. When social media meets the law, who really pays the price? Sometimes the click comes with a cost.